Okay, good morning and welcome to day 25. So I am happy to be here today because today, day 25, we're going to be talking about how to upgrade our emotional frequency. How to upgrade our emotional frequency. So yesterday we had a class or a session to try to identify your emotional pattern, like why do you keep having some emotions over and over? Because this challenge was actually a gratitude challenge, and we wanted you to feel continuously the feeling of gratitude. And now you find out that sometimes people really want to practice, people really want to feel the feeling of gratitude, but sometimes their emotional pattern gets in the way. So emotional patterns have now become like habit. Their emotions are now habits. So that there's a time when they really want to feel grateful, but their emotional pattern gets in the way and they go back to their old patterns, or they go back to their old emotions, and it's hard to really feel grateful. So yesterday, what we're trying to do was we're trying to identify these emotional patterns for which people are stuck, for which people in the challenge were stuck, and try to start to upgrade your emotional frequency. So it will not change in a day, but if you start upgrading it, your emotional patterns start changing. You start interrupting old patterns and bringing in these new patterns of gratitude that we are struggling to inculcate in all of us by the end of this challenge. So I wanted by the end of this challenge, everybody should be able to break old patterns and bring in these positive emotions of happiness, of gratitude all through the day. Now, yesterday I asked that we come up with the daily calendar, the daily hourly calendar of how our emotions look like all through the day. Only one person sent me that calendar, is Madam Aqua. She's the only person who sent me the calendar. And but I wanted to just give a recap today, so that if we run the recap today, we can get a little bit aware of what I am asking you to do. And once we are aware of what I'm asking you to do, you do it more efficiently today. And you start also today to upgrade your frequency. All I want you to do is start upgrading your frequency, start interrupting all emotional patterns and bringing in new gratitude or new emotions of being grateful, or feeling happy, or feeling like everything is going to go on successfully. So this particular session that I'm doing today is part of my paid course, but part of the courses where people pay and I teach them how to do this. But I'm offering this today as a special gift to our birthday people, Ma and Odette. So it's because of them, thanks to them, that I'm offering this today as a birthday gift to all of us and to everybody in the whole world experiencing this or watching this session today. So today we are going to see how to upgrade our emotional frequency. But before we go into upgrading, I want to give you a recap of the session of yesterday, how you can start identifying your emotional pattern. And when you identify your emotional pattern, you can start to upgrade it. So I said it will not happen in a day. It will happen over a period of time once you start interrupting your old patterns and bringing in more positive patterns. Now, once your emotional pattern is fixed, you become a slave to that emotion. And that's why sometimes in the course of your day, maybe in the evenings or in the mornings, you have a particular emotion that just takes over you. You want to really feel grateful. You want to really be giving thanks for one thing or the other, but the emotional pattern just takes over you, and you find yourself feeling sad or feeling anxious or being worried for some reason that you cannot even put your finger on. So you are stressed out, you're worried. But if somebody asks you, what is that real thing that you're worried about? Sometimes you might not really be able to put your finger on it. So once your emotional pattern becomes fixed, you are a slave to that emotional pattern, and everything around you just begins to align so that you feel that way and start making excuses for why you're feeling that way. So you just feel somehow, say, no, I'm just feeling tired today. I'm just feeling stressed out this evening. It is not really that you have some reason for feeling that. It's because you have become a slave to your emotional pattern. So what I want to do today is, step one is for you to do a daily time chart of 2 hours each. So if you wake up at 5:30, your daily time chart starts at 5:30, 5:30 to 7:30. That's the range. Next range, 7:30 to 9:30. 9:30 to 11:30, right to the time when you usually sleep. Now, I'm not talking about days when you stay up late or days when you sleep early, like you have a regular pattern of the time when you go to bed. I actually go to bed somewhere between 11 and midnight. That's recently, but other times I used to sleep till 9. So there are days when I can now sleep till 9, but I know that normally I sleep by 11 p.m. as my regular. So what I want you to do is stay with the regular. Don't think about, okay, yesterday I slept at 9 because I was so tired. What is your regular limit? So you start your day, create a daily time chart of 2 hours each from the time you wake to the time you sleep. The second thing is you want to catch your repetitive emotional patterns. Step 2, catch your repetitive emotional patterns and ask yourself, what is the energy level at this time? What is my energy level at this time? Is my energy level high, medium, or low? What is my energy level at this time of the day? Do I feel very high energy in the morning? Do I feel low energy in the morning? Or do I feel medium energy in the morning? So you want to be able to know your energy level at these times. And these emotions, it's true that there was a little trouble, like people were not able to identify these emotions. These emotions, for negative emotions, can be things like sad, angry, stressed, irritated, failure, you feel lonely, you feel bored, you feel depressed, you feel lack of love, you feel unsatisfaction or not dissatisfaction, you feel like unromantic. And positive emotions could be happy, calm, excited, relaxed, connected, fun, loved, romantic, successful. Pick these emotions and put them in those 2 hours intervals, the daily calendar. So between 5:30 to 7:30, how do I usually feel? And how is my energy at this time of the day? Is it high, medium, or low? You want to check that, and you want to write the emotions. It can be 2, 3, 4 emotions at those particular intervals. Once you start doing that, you are actually catching the emotional patterns that you are repeating. And once you're able to catch these emotional patterns and write these emotions, you're going to mark the negative ones as negative and mark the positive ones as positive. At the end of the day, you count all the emotions that run through your day, and then you make a sum total of all of them. Make a percentage for the negatives, make a percentage for the positives. Then you can be able to identify whether all through your day, are you more positive or are you more negative? So if you are more negative, now you start to see ways today that you can do to be able to upgrade your emotional frequency. Because if you don't upgrade your emotional frequency, you become a slave to your emotional pattern, which is your emotional habit, such that no matter what you want to do, if you want to say, I'm grateful for, there comes a time in the day where you cannot really be grateful. You feel that pattern and you become it just takes over you, because you are now a slave of that pattern, and then you just cannot be as grateful for that particular thing or that particular moment. Is because everything around you will align so that you must feel that pattern, because it is your habit, because it is something that is already programmed in your subconscious mind to happen at those hours. So somebody will say around 3 p.m. or in the afternoon, I just feel tired and sleepy. I just feel stressed out. I just feel anxious. Don't worry. All the time, or maybe most of the time, it means that at some point in time, those hours in some time in your past were some hours that usually stressed you out. And then as it stressed you out, now your system took that as a pattern, and it begins to make everything align at those moments for you to feel that. It'd be like, you have not felt this emotion today, you need to feel this, and then it just comes, so it just takes over you. So that's how the emotions work. Now, for you to be able to create some emotions, what the formula for emotions is situation plus meaning equals emotion. S plus M equals E. S plus M equals E. Situation plus meaning equals emotion. Now, if a situation happens, the meaning that you attach to that situation gives you the emotion. For example, if I'm sitting here right now and somebody just slaps me on the cheek, what is the meaning I attach to that slap? If I attach to that slap, like, this person is slapping me like out of wickedness, well, I've not done anything and he just slaps me out of wickedness, because I attach that meaning to that situation, it gives me an emotion now of maybe like hatred towards that person, maybe like anger towards that person. Otherwise, somebody can still have that situation of a slap and attach another meaning of like, this person just wants to like connect with me. And because he attaches a meaning of connection to that situation, it gives him an emotion of like love or maybe like connection towards the other person. So in the world, all emotions are lies. Whatever emotion you're feeling, it's not 100% true for everybody in the world. So you can create your emotions to be able to change your life. If you want to change your life, you have to start changing your emotions, how you feel. You get. So a situation can happen to you. The meaning that you attach to it will give you your emotions. So that same situation can happen to Odette right now. And Odette attaches her own meaning and has a particular emotion for that situation. While Aqua Constance can have that same situation. The meaning that she attaches to it gives her her own emotion. And when their emotions are sent out to the universe, how they feel so strongly about that situation gives them the attraction that they have out there. And the same situation will happen for A, and the same will happen to B. Whatever they add meaning to that situation, they have different emotions. And now you see people feel differently about everything is because of the meaning they attach to a situation. So what you want to do today to start to upgrade your frequency, you're going to do 3 things: physiology, focus, and meaning. I call that PFM. 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 Physiology, focus, and meaning. Physiology, focus, and meaning. The first thing, you have to just draw a triangle like that. Draw a triangle. On the top of the triangle, you put P. On the side of the triangle, you put F. And on the other side, you put M. So PFM. P is for physiology. F is for focus. And M is for meaning. Now, physiology simply means what is your body posture? Physiology has, what is your body posture? Now, if you find out that when somebody wants to cry, right? Just imagine right now that I want to cry. All of a sudden, my body posture must change. I cannot be doing this, yay, and then crying at the same time. So if I want to cry, I have to put myself in a really like, I just bring my shoulders down, maybe just put my head side. And once I start changing my physiology, my body posture, an emotion starts getting, I start getting into an emotion because of my posture. Right, that's what I call physiology. So if I'm doing this now, yeah, I cannot cry. If my hands are in the air, I cannot cry because my physiology is like in a happy state. But if I want to get into a sad emotion, I need to now go to a like low body state, like, okay, drop my shoulders, change my facial expression, my cheek gets sunk, maybe I put my hand on my jaw. And once I change my physiology now, I start getting an emotion of like really like low, and then maybe I can start thinking of something that makes me cry, and then I'll cry. You get. So if you want to start changing your emotions, you want to start changing how your body posture is. So if it's some moment you start feeling an emotion that you don't want, or you start getting into that daily pattern of maybe start worrying, start being anxious, change your physiology, change your body posture. Just get up and start doing something. Just get up and shake your body. Or maybe the next thing, which is the focus. Your focus now is your internal or external focus. What are you thinking of internally at that moment that is giving you that emotion? Or what are you seeing out there that is giving you that emotion? So to be able to change your physiology and focus, one thing you can also use very strongly is music. You can play music. So if you're feeling like down or something, start changing your physiology by putting on some music that you love, some happy music. And once you put on that music, get up from your seat, get up from your bed, just shake your body. Even if you don't want to dance, just do something, right? Just shake your body, just feel happy, just do something different, right? Change your physiology. Now start changing what you're focusing inside and outside. Are you seeing something that's making you feel that way? Or do you feel something internally that makes you feel that way? Start changing the focus. right? Remove your mind from what you're thinking at the moment that's giving you that emotion, and bring your mind to something that you want. Bring your mind to some positivity, right? So that's changing focus. And the meaning, what meaning are you attaching to the situation that you're facing? When you say, okay, I'm feeling stressed now, and then you start attaching a meaning to it. Because once you start feeling stressed and somebody's asking you, why are you feeling stressed? You want to say something that relates to it. You want to always look for something to give an excuse for the way you feel. So if you're feeling down now, you don't really know in yourself why you're feeling down. But because somebody asks you, but how you see this, life is hard, eh? Or this, you just think of something that you must put as an excuse for that feeling. But that feeling is your pattern, but you put an excuse. So you're attaching a meaning to that situation. And once you start attaching a meaning to that situation, and the emotion is magnified, because what you focus on is what expands. So the emotional gets magnified. So yes, it's because of this it's because of this, my ear now, that I'm feeling like this. It's because of the difficult economic situation out there. That's why I'm feeling like this. So you start bringing some excuses, start bringing some reason, some meaning to that situation. And once you start bringing that some meaning to that situation, you now start creating that emotion, start magnifying that emotion. And the more you magnify the emotion, the more the neurological connections for that emotion get even stronger, and so that you always have those emotions play on your subconscious mind, because you keep programming them day in, day out. So what you want to do today as a solution to start upgrading your frequency is: 1, change your physiology. 2, change your focus. It can be internal or external focus, and change the meanings that you attach to situations, because the meaning that you attach to a situation is what is going to give you the emotion that you feel. And I tell you all the time here, feeling is the secret. So if you continuously get some emotion so intensely, it will give you your feelings. And once your feelings get dominant, they give you the manifestation. You've heard me say that over and over again. So today, 3 things you should do in that triangle. First thing up, physiology. Change your physiology in the course of the day. Change your focus and change your meanings. And in the center of that triangle, what I want you to write there is: I am responsible for my feelings. Right there, I am responsible for my feelings. If you want to just remember that really briefly, so write IRF. IRF is I responsible feelings. I am responsible for my feelings. Nobody or any situation out there is creating the feelings. You are creating the feelings that you want to feel. If somebody is doing anything to you, and you choose not to feel that way, you won't feel it. But if you choose to feel it, you feel it, because you're responsible for how you feel. So today I want you to all do that daily time chart today. And if you're unable to really get your daily time chart, I will actually give you today to think about it. Like, how do I always feel? But you don't even need much of time. How do I always feel when I wake up? Do I feel tired? Do I feel excited? Do I feel stressed out? Like, another day again. Or how do I feel when I wake up? Ask yourself those questions. So between those hours, you want to catch how you feel. And if you think that you will forget, put an alarm today. If my waking time is 4 a.m., 4 to 6, 4 to 6, at 6, I'll put alarm for 6 a.m., I'll put an alarm for 8 a.m., I'll put for 10 a.m. so that when I finish my 2 hours interval, my alarm rings and I ask, what was my emotional pattern like these past 2 hours? That's what you do. So when the alarm goes up after the 2 hours interval, you just write on that your alarm emotional pattern. Once the alarm goes on, when you start hearing the alarm ringing, your brain will start asking, what was my emotional frequency like this past 2 hours? And once you start getting that, if the alarm has to ring for 2-3 days, you find out that when the alarm rings, you want to now consciously change your pattern in the next 2 hours. That's how it starts working. You want to consciously, the alarm goes off and you ask yourself, these past 2 hours, did I change my frequency? Did I upgrade my emotional pattern, or did I forget? And if it comes that you forgot, The next 2 hours, your brain will want to like program yourself so that, okay, let me catch my emotions. Can I change them? Can I behave differently? And all that. So you want to now put an alarm for where the 2 hours intervals ends, so that you can catch the pattern of the previous 2 hours. And if it wasn't that good, change it for the next 2 hours. See how you can upgrade it. And you find out that you will start having your emotional pattern shift. It will not take one day, it will take a couple of days, because these patterns have been formed through many years of repetition. So it would need many also days of repetition for you to change this pattern. So I don't want you to give up because today you did it and you did not succeed. Tomorrow you do it, you did it, I did not succeed, and then the next and the next you were not succeeding. No, every failure has a seed of an equivalent success. Write that down. Every failure carries the seed of an equivalent success. So the failure that you get today, it has a seed of that. Everything is having two sides, positive and negative. While you're having a failure, there is a seed of success in that failure. So when you fail today, don't give up and say, no, I've tried, I failed. No, every failure carries a seed of an equivalent success. So if you fail at it, do it again tomorrow, do it again the next day, and the next, and the next. And you keep failing and you keep standing up, and you keep failing and standing up. In that process of doing that repetition over and over again, you start breaking old patterns, and you start interrupting the old patterns and bringing in new patterns. They call it pattern interrupt in a course called NLP. They call this pattern interruption. So your neurological connections are there to give you this particular emotion. But once you start pattern interrupting them, they start to break. And if you're putting in a new emotion in that place, they break off, and the new emotion now takes hold of, takes the pattern is now created. So what you want to do today is all these things that I've told you, start doing them today. Even if you fail, don't give up, keep trying, keep pushing. Every day, do it again. Every day, do it again. And I bet you your feelings will start, your emotions will start changing, and your feelings too will start changing. So that was what I wanted to tell us today, to start to upgrade our emotional frequency. I don't know if it helped you. If it helped you, then I'm sure it will help. That I'm 100% sure it will help. It will help you start to shift your emotional pattern. So any questions concerning the task for today? Okay, so if we don't have any questions, I want to see this. I want to see this time chat today on WhatsApp, please. I want to see this time chat for you, and you calculating your emotional frequency. I want to see the percentages today, and then you start to upgrade that. So if we don't have any questions, I'm going to just wish all of us an awesome day, and please try to practice, keep practicing. So wish you a wonderful day.